On episode 130 of He Said, She Said movie reviews, we take a look at the movie The Gentleman. Welcome to He Said, She Said movie reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie taste take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
So we went and saw The Gentleman, the new movie by Guy Ritchie. I give this movie 4 stars. And what do you give it, April?
I'm giving it a 3.5.
3.5. All right. We'll tell you all about it right after these 2 trailers.
All right. The first trailer was The Invisible Man, which is a remake. I think the earlier one was with Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
But this one is it's about a lady and her abusive ex. He takes his own life and he leaves her his fortune. She suspects his death was a hoax. As a series of coincidences turn lethal, she works hard to prove that she is being hunted by someone no one can see. The release date's February 28th, 2020. It's with Elisabeth Moss, Oliver Jackson-Cohen, and Aldis Hodge.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this. Elisabeth Moss looks pretty awesome in this. So.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of remakes. So there we go. I said it. Can't we get some new talent to write new movies?
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking about new movies, how about The Lovebirds? This is about a couple who experiences a defining moment in their relationship when they are unintentionally embroiled in a murder mystery. This has a release date of April 3rd, 2020, in Issa and Kumail Nanjiani. You know, Kumail from Stuber. I mean, this movie was made for him. It looks funny. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, this looks hilarious to me.
Issa Rae was the girl from the movie Little.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
Yeah, so this is going to be funny. It looks hilarious. It's going to be a good date night movie.
All right, so the director of this movie, The Gentleman, was Guy Ritchie, of course, Madonna's ex. He's known for Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels, Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He did, of course, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, and Aladdin. He was also the writer, so he did a phenomenal job.
And he's written most of those movies, too, with the exception of the Sherlock Holmes movies. So
true.
He writes most of his own movies. The storyline in this is about an American expatriate who tries to sell off his highly profitable marijuana empire in London, triggering plots, schemes, bribery, blackmail, and an attempt to steal his domain out from underneath him.
All right. And you want to do the cast?
Sure. Matthew McConaughey, Charles Hunnam, Michelle Dockery, Hugh Grant, Jeremy Strong, Renee, Colin, Farrell, Henry Golding, Tom Wu, and a cast of million others. So
yes, and the runtime was 113 minutes. It's rated R for violence, language throughout, sexual references, and drug content.
Okay, so you only gave it 3.5 stars. What are your thoughts there?
Okay, well, first of all, I absolutely love this movie. So let me let you know, a lot of people that know me told me I'd hate it, including my own daughter. I absolutely love this movie, and let me tell you why. Not only is it one of the most different movies I've seen in over a decade, I would say, it was fun. Even the people involved in crime were positive. I don't know, the chemistry. I enjoyed the criminals. I enjoyed the banter. Men picking on men is always something I laugh about. Obviously, I come from corporate America. Big difference between men and women. It's just something that still to this day makes me laugh. I enjoyed Hugh Grant's character. I don't know where he got it from. He did phenomenal. But I just loved the way the story was told. The only thing that I didn't care for is I felt like the set should have been a little brighter. I know it was filmed in England.
So you're complaining a little bit about the cinematography in this.
I am a little bit. And also to the sound quality. It was a little hard to hear at times.
All right, I hear you. So for me, I think this is Guy Ritchie going back to what made Guy Ritchie such a good movie maker.
Gosh, yeah.
This goes back to Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I mean, it is a classic Guy Ritchie movie. I thought it has a really interesting theme. It has that whole crime doesn't pay theme, but it also it shows that there's a thin line in England, or the UK at least, that there's a thin line between what is the aristocrats and the gangsters. And I think that's the whole play, the title of the movie,
Right.
The Gentlemen, because the gangsters are all acting like gentlemen in this movie.
Yeah, and I just need to say, obviously, I'm a huge, everyone knows this, Downton Abbey. I absolutely love Michelle Dockery. I also loved her show on cable, Tim. Was it Good Behavior?
Yeah, I think it was called Good
Okay.
Behavior.
Her relationship with Matthew McConaughey, they're married. It is so good. It's hilarious. It's funny. But I also want to do a shout out to Colin Farrell. I'm not that big of a fan of his, and I am now much more so. He had the craziest character that I ended up thinking about a few days later, but he made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Well, everybody, I think, yeah. Well, Colin Farrell, I think that as far as the acting and the characters are, Colin Farrell, as you said, and Hugh Grant are the two standouts in this.
Yes.
But what I also really enjoyed about this movie, Henry Golding is relatively a newcomer to the cinema
Yeah.
for us. I mean, Crazy Rich Asians and Last Christmas, both rom-coms,
Right.
both movies where he played this dreamy, handsome guy and everything. He's the antagonist in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't really sure how he was going to be
He
as
did
an
good.
antagonist. He was a good bad guy. I look forward to seeing him stretch his acting chops a little bit better or a little bit more and showing us more of this dark side he has. So
Yeah, and the pace moved along well, but I will tell you, if you're tired or you're going to go to this movie and you've got a lot on your mind, you can't. When you go to this movie, you have to be on point and focused
yeah, I agree.
because you'll miss some things.
Well, the dialogue too. The dialogue is brilliant. I mean, hats off to Guy Ritchie for this. But like you were saying, you have to be aware because at first some of the accents you got to get used to some of those. So that was a little hard.
And there's something you said, and I agree with about the cinematography. It did have a good 90s feel to it. I will say that.
Yeah, the whole movie had this throwback feel to it, kind of like a 90s gangster movie. Listen, I gave it 4 stars. I thought this was a really cool movie and it really funny and well written, well delivered. I read somebody's review on this that the characters were cardboard.
No way.
No way. That was that stiff English thing.
Yeah.
Not cardboard characters.
And they were all different, too. All you have to do is look at how they dressed, their mannerisms. I just thoroughly, I can't tell you how I dreaded going to this movie.
Oh, April
I
fought
pitched a
me.
fit.
She did all the way there.
But guess what? I absolutely enjoyed my evening. And it made me feel something new again about the movies. And I think I needed it.
I hear you.
So I just want to say hats off.
Oh, yeah. One other thing before we sign off here. I just really want to say that even though we don't cover every actor in this because we would be here for all days, but I think the guys that played the henchmen,
Yeah.
On both sides on all 3 sides of the coin, the henchmen in this movie, all these guys were great. And even the guys who played the little thugs and things like that too. They were all the supporting cast was really good in this movie.
And they were all interesting and funny. Again, my hat's off. I've mentioned this before, but if something really blows me away in entertainment, I've been known to write a personal note, reach out to agents. I really go the extra step, of which I immediately did that with this movie. I loved it and it surprised me and it was nice. And I think we needed it. If you really enjoy movies and you want to see a different movie that's really well made, go to this movie.
For most of you, if you're a movie person and January is kind of the graveyard for movies because it's right after all the awards nominations and everything. So it's kind of where movies go to die. This is not one of those movies. Don't say, because this is a January movie, I'm not going to go see it. Really, you need to see this movie.
Yep. Well, I just want to say if you're anywhere in or near Atlanta, Georgia, please consider Sandy Springs and go to the Spring Cinema and Tap House. The only heated seats. They're luxury in the Southeast. Great bar, great service, great people. And definitely, come to our movie theater. You'll see us there.
Hey, and I just want to ask you one quick favor. If you're enjoying this podcast and you really like you find value in the content we're providing, do me a favor. Tell a friend. Just grab their phone and say, hey, dude, you got to listen to this podcast. You really like it. You like the movies. You like these two. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We'll see you at the movies.
We'll see you at the movies. Thanks for your support.